Hello everyone, my name is Reed, and today we're going to be reviewing the Transformers Generation 1 Ultra Magnus. So I bought this thing off of eBay a few years ago, near complete and in pretty good condition as you can see here. And I've kept him, I've loved him, and it's one of my higher ranked G1 Transformers. It's one of my higher placed in my G1 collection, and I love him. I love him so much. And here he is in his car carrier mode. And I'm just going to display the car carrier by taking G1 Prime, because this is all who I have around right now. Pop them on there. Boom. Truck hauling a truck. Yeah, I guess that works. If it works for you, it works for me. But, actually, I shouldn't say that. Anyway, here's Ultra Magnus in all of his G1 glory. And, I mean, it's nice. It's really nice. It looks powerful. It gives a lot of homage to the original cartoon, which I love so dearly. And I love expanding my G1 collection, and Ultra Magnus was my first really big expansion from my first G1 Transformer, who is Blaster. But I'm gonna quit talking. We're actually going to look at the toy now. So here's Ultra Magnus in his truck mode. I mean, what can I really say that I didn't say in the Optimus Prime review? This is a literal white repaint of Optimus. Like, it's a nice looking Freightliner cab over engine truck. It's got the rubber and the chrome where it needs to have it. And you can see, it's worn off over the years, but still awesome. And as, of course, just like Optimus, you have the rub sign, which is a little faint, but we're gonna apply some friction, see if I can get it to work. Hey, it worked. He's an Autobot. Who would have guessed? And here is the trailer. And this trailer had a lot of play features to it. Like, you had the missiles connected atop the trailer, and mine are just kind of dead now. As you can see, there's no spring in there. So they're there for static display now. Just take these off because they're loose on there. But if you come to the back and you had some other G1 Transformers, which I don't, I need to expand my collection. But you can flip these down, and you have yourself a little ramp to bring your Autobots, your deluxe class car Autobots, onto the bottom section of the car hauler. And another thing, you can untab these, and you can bring the top section down, and now you can bring Autobots onto the top level, which is really, really cool. I am willing to bet this was way ahead of its time in 1986. Still kind of is ahead of its time now for its age. Let's put the missile launchers back on there. And it's really nice. It's a really unique toy, and I like it a lot. And for size comparison, his brother, Optimus. Literally the same truck. We've been through this many times. But I mean, transformation, it's the same. Legs down, feet up, arms out, shoulders out, head up. There he is, Ultra Magnus, without the trailer armor. And yeah, I mean, it's white Optimus, and I don't have his fists. If I had his small fists in the box, it would be 100% complete. So for right now, we're gonna take Optimus Prime's fists, and we're gonna put them onto Ultra Magnus. This is gonna look so wrong on so many levels. I mean, he's got fists now. So now we can take his gun and use the bottom handle and plug it into the fist. And yeah, there's Ultra Magnus. And I mean, that just happened. Let me grab that. And I mean, it looks really cool in my opinion. Got this giant blaster that is used for both. normal Ultra Magnus and Trailer Armor Magnus. So we're just going to take the fists off. I'm going to set them aside. I'm going to set this gun aside as well. So articulation-wise, arms spin 360. I mean, same thing. Elbow joint, legs can go back, knee joint, toe bend. And shoulders can do that. Oh, his arm just died. But, I mean, G1 Magnus. Now, what you've probably all been waiting for, transforming this thing. So, we're going to take the missiles off, and he's going to get really tall. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take those tabs, flip them in, and you can see there's a tab right there and a tab right there, and you're just going to bring the legs up, and they tab right in. And there you go. And he is now tall, so we're going to pick the camera up. Alright, I have got the camera lifted up. Now we will continue the transformation. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the arms here, split them, and then bring them back. And they will tab in just like that. Now you're going to take this section of the arm and just collapse it up, just like that. And as you can see, the robot is starting to come together. Now what you do is take the chest piece, and I never noticed this, alright? You take the head, and you can actually combine it with the chest piece, and this was for the Diaclone thing. For the Diaclone driver, this was like a little space shuttle / rocket thing, and these were cannons. And like, I never noticed this at all. I was watching another Ultra Magnus review where they showcased this. I was like, what? And I tried it. I was like, oh my god, what? And that's the seat right there for the Diaclone driver. I was like, I never knew that. I never knew that. That's really cool. So what we're going to do is we're going to come to the back here. And that just swung. I'm going to take the trailer connector. And we are going to connect it to the front. And that will make his belt. Just like that. Now I'm going to take big fists. We're going to plug them in. Just like so. And now, take chest piece and just slide it in. Like that. Now take the missile launchers and mount them on the shoulders. As you can see, the trailer armor is basically done. Now we can move this aside and get this little guy into combined mode. So flip the toes down, bring shoulders back, basically half transform him. Form the cab, that's about it. Now I'm going to take the Ultra Magnus head, I'm just going to plug it on, and this looks very, very wrong, but we're going to come back here. And as you can see, there are two tabs right here, and there are two ports, and they plug into the headlights. So, see if we can line this up on the first try, and yep, we got it. And just like that, there is G1 Ultra Magnus in his robot mode, and he is a brick. He is a giant brick. Like, come on. Look at these legs. He doesn't walk. He rolls. But it's all fun. And his articulation is, again, like nothing. His arms can do that. Take the missiles off because of how loose they are. And on a very tight joint, they can rotate like that. And that's basically it. The arms can do that, and they can bend the elbow joint, and that's it. That's it articulation-wise. Put the shoulder cannons back on. Put the chest piece up. Didn't put it on correctly. He also comes, well, I've already showed this gun, but you take the big handle now, plug it into his hand, and if you're careful enough, we can lift this arm up. And boom, Ultra Magnus is about to destroy some Decepticons as the Autobot leader. Because 1986 Transformers movie, we all know what happened there. And now we're going to take Optimus Prime, no fists. We'll transform him into a robot. A very short robot, as you can see, compared to Ultra Magnus. Ultra Magnus towers because scaling ratio does not matter at all with G1 figures. And, I mean, he's cool. I love him. I love this brick. He's one of my favorite G1s in my collection. And, I mean, that's basically all there is to say about this thing. I love the sticker detailing and the paint scheme. Let's get a look at that head sculpt. Now, I'm glad that I got the painted head with the silver painted side and face, because there's one that's just painted all blue, and it looks terrible. So I'm glad I got the painted head. And, I mean, it's a brick. It's Ultra Magnus. It's G1 perfection. And I love it, and it is a must-have. Well, that's basically it for today's review. Stay tuned in a couple days for the next G1 review. This is Reed, rolling out.